There was a time when a week couldn't go by without Kenyans talking about Oketch Salah, and that's because he was doing rallies, moving about with Oburu, and so on and so forth. But of late, Oketch Salah has gone radio silent. We don't hear from him anymore. And in this video, I want us to look into why that's the case. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Now, the first reason why Oketch Salah has gone radio silent is rejection stroke criticism. You see, rejection is actually one of the 6 fears that every human being faces in life. And I know some of you mtanuliza what the other 5 are, so let me just go ahead and state them for the sake of saving time. The other 5 are fear of poverty, fear of ill health, fear of loss of love, fear of old age, and fear of death. Now, unfortunately for Oketch Salah, he has recently faced criticism stroke rejection, which is one of the major fears. And it's not regular rejection. Kama ile ukiongea na msichana kukatae. No, this is coming from a very painful quarter. First up, it was Raila's popular child Winnie Odinga rejecting Oketch Salah on live TV. Just listening to this.
I want to ask about another gentleman whom we saw emerging, I think, in towards the end. There's a gentleman that calls himself Oketch Salah. We've seen video clips of him. He says he was close to your father until the end. He claims he funded some trips, and he has some things to say about the party, but most of all about Raila Odinga. He calls himself Raila Odinga's adopted son. Winnie, do you know Oketch Salah?
I've met him, but I'd like to believe nobody really knows him. I also feel sad for him. You know, my father died, and that was a very traumatic experience for me. But at least he died with somebody he knew loved him. And I believe people need to take better care of their loved ones. And mental health is a really important thing. When you live here and you go on Thika Road, there are 2 options. You either turn right as you're going to Mathare, or you turn left and you're going to DCI. Because a flat-out lie that you were there at the time of my father's death and you were not, talking things that did not occur, is quite dangerous. It makes me question a lot of things. What would be those intentions? So I believe they're just two places that should be rushed with immediate effect, one or the other.
That's gotta be tough to handle. At Oketch ended DCI, followed shortly by Mathare. That's devastating to hear, to be honest. Number 2, still on rejection. Oketch Salah was rejected by Junet Mohammed for what exactly? For printing ODM t-shirts with Ruto on top of them during the Linda Comrade rally at KICC. Just listening to this public rebuke.
Hello, Salah. Hii mambo yako ya kutengeneza t-shirt hii ya president na ODM uache. Uache kabisa. Umesikia? Tengeneza t-shirt ya ODM peke yake. Umesikia maneno? Asante sana. Kachini. Ukifanya hiyo utakula kiboko mbaya sana. Gaucho iko wapi? Gaucho iko wapi? Na Morocco kuja dakika moja.
And it's not just Junet. Even Gladys Wanga penned a letter condemning Oketch Salah. So I think that was the final nail to the coffin, and after that public rebuke, Oketch decided enough is enough. Because no matter what he did, even when he was using his own money to advance ODM and the Kasongo group 2-term shenanigans, they were still out to get him. Unajua mtu akikuchukia hata ufanye nini, they will never like you. You will do the dishes, clean the vehicle, type out whatever document, clear the backlog of whatever it is, bado hutapendwa. Mtu akikuchukia amekuchukia. So there's 2 things I want Oketch Salah to pick from this video. 2 realities. Reality number 1, ODM used him in the exact same way that William Ruto used Gachagua. Let me explain. Ruto needed someone who knew Uhuru Kenyatta in and out to come out publicly to challenge Uhuru, for the sake too of kupita kura. And Gachagua was the best person to do that. In fact, if I'm not wrong, it was Aaron Cheriot or Silvana Sosoro who exposed that. I'll go look into it. But one of them said it in a media interview. Once his usefulness was over, impeachment. Wakaleta sasa yule walikuwa wanataka. Same thing for Oketch Salah. When Raila died, Oketch was the last filmed person with Raila Odinga. We're not talking about the last person. The last filmed person with Raila Odinga. That made him useful. They needed him to move from Siaya to Kisumu, to Mombasa, to Nairobi, telling everybody that wakati mzee alikuwa anakufa, aliniambia to support William Ruto. Aliniambia 2-term. Aliniambia haezi fanya kazi na Gachagua. That is what they needed him to spread. Hiyo injili imetembea, watu wameiabsorb, now is useless. Sasa wanamwambia wewe usijaribu kuweka sijui picha ya nani kwa hiyo t-shirt. Sijui wewe enda Mathare ama DCI. Sijui they have no use for him. So if Oketch is wise, and I believe he is, you can choose to stay out of politics. That's good for you. Never stay in circles where you're not appreciated, or do the right thing, join the united opposition, ingia pale kwa hii mambo ya linda mwananchi, ama hama huku kuja kwa pande ya kina Eugene, kina Kalonzo na wengine. That is the forward thinking side of politics. Usikae hapo mahali ulikuwa umeona vile unatumika. Reality number 2 for Oketch Salah. As we speak today, the senior most Kenyan Somali politician is Aden Bare Duale. Hata Nurdin Haji afiki bei, Duale is number 1. Now, as per Junet Mohammed, he considers himself number 2. He's a minority leader in the National Assembly. Yeye ndo mdosi wa chairman wote wa hizi committees, ikuwe ni Public Accounts Committee, ikuwe ni Agriculture Committee, whatever it is. He's in charge of all those people. You think Junet was going to sit back and watch Oketch Salah show up just like that, usurp all the media attention, all the trinkets, and then destabilize the natural order that's there, whereby it's Aden Bare Duale, then Junet Mohammed, and then the others? It was never going to happen, and that's why Junet was calling him out in public. I always say it, mtu akikukashifu in public, huyo si rafiki. A good friend will always tell you, bro, wewe umeanza kuwa mlevi na unakunywa sana, wacha hiyo tabia. A malicious person will wait for people to sit and call you out. So for Junet to do that, when he has the number of Oketch Salah, anaweza piga simu waongee, wanaweza tafutana huku kando waongee, anangoja hapo kwa rally kumwaibisha. That is not a friend, that is someone who is jealous and doesn't like to see the name Oketch Salah anywhere. Na hiyo ndo hali ya siasa, sorry to say. It's everywhere. No matter where you look, jealousy is a very big problem in this country. The reason Uhuru Kenyatta did not like William Ruto, kando na wizi mingi na ukora mingi, sijui ya Ror, Kimwarer, sijui nini imefanyika, kando na hiyo, it was jealousy. When Uhuru would go to Mlima Kenya and the people of Mlima Kenya are singing wimbo ya Ruto, his heart began to turn against him. The Bible also corroborates this. King Saul was loved by the people, but when David came along and the women started singing that Saul has killed tens of thousands, David has killed hundreds of thousands, Saul's heart turned against David. It's in the Bible. So jealousy hiyo ya Junet na Kinawanga ndo inaharibia Salah. Rejection ya Winnie pia inachangia pakubwa, and that is why he has quit politics. And I always say, if you are somebody who quits, then politics is not for you. Politics is an arena where anybody, and by the way, if you're watching this and you intend to be a politician, hii lazima download save. Once you enter the arena of politics, you'll be attacked using any angle possible. Unaweza letewa hata mwanamke ambaye ako na mtoto na ujui ametoka wapi. They say you're a deadbeat father. Unaweza letewa scandal ati sijui ulionekana wapi ukifanya nini in 1998, and then you go quit because of that. No matter what they say, you find a way to circumvent it na unaendelea. Si Ruto walitoa yake akisema anataka kupiga Uhuru Kenyatta kofi. And what did Ruto say? Better a friend who wants to slap you than one who is fake and wants to stab you in the back like Raila Odinga. And he somehow cruised through. So grow thicker skin, Oketch Salah. Otherwise, kaa nje ya siasa vile umefanya. It's A or B. It's all up to you. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do drop me your comments in the section below and I'll do the best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruiru for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. If you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.